Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Grunts and Grumbles podcast. I'm Vince.
I'm Tom.
And Tom, today, my favorite, maybe, and your favorite, maybe. Somebody's favorite.
Somebody's.
We are joined today by Scott again. Scott, thank you so much for coming again, buddy.
Hello, boys.
Welcome back, as always. I mean, we talk about you.
Show number 3.
All the time.
Oh, my God. You guys abuse me every week.
Well, I just feel like someone has to do it.
Yeah, right.
Might as well be me.
It happens on a daily basis.
I mean, I'm sure
There's a lineup.
I'm sure there's a lineup down the block all the time.
You know, it's too cold to put a dunk tank out there right now for what we need to do, so we'll just berate you on the
It's funny, though, at my daughter's school.
They talk about us?
No. They had a dunk tank. We have an annual barbecue there, and when I'm in the dunk tank, it's the longest line.
Oh, is that right?
We raised quite a bit of money.
Shortest splash though, right? It's the smallest splash possible they can.
Yeah, it's 10.0. It's 10.0 because 0 splash.
You Summer Olympic champion over there in diving.
So as you can notice, I mean, at least for the viewers, for YouTube viewers,
special episode.
Very special episode.
We are finally wearing our merchandise.
Yes,
new swag.
It's ready to go. We have it: hats, toques, t-shirts.
Yeah,
we are gonna set it up. We will do another live part that will be on YouTube or on Instagram after this, and we will make another announcement. But by all means, you want more information, hit us up. Messages, and we will get back to you, and we'll set you up. We'll set you up with some swag.
This gear's looking pretty sharp, man. I'm pretty excited about it.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm loving this toque. I'm a huge toque guy, so I'm loving this.
The details.
You know what? I have to chime in here because I know. Can I say Mick Bastard?
you just
did. I mean, I ain't gonna stop you now. It's too late.
So, Bobby, when you're watching this, we just want to say thanks for the swag.
Yeah.
Even though we paid
Bobby,
for it.
Even though we paid for it. But thanks, he's a real gem.
Bobby Smith, and that's his real name.
He's a real
Irish bastard.
Well, maybe.
He came through, and I love the etching. The black on black is just,
it looks
beautiful.
great. He did a fantastic job.
And like I said, it's open to whatever you guys want to do. Order. We'll set you up with the prices. We'll do it after. We're not.
All right, we'll talk about that after. This is not an infomercial for the gear. We just want to wear it because it's new and it's fantastic. So I think it looks good.
4 weeks before Christmas.
We're close. Yeah. I mean, it's the 25th.
Right?
It's a month. It's a month away.
It is a month
away.
And so, you know, what
30
have you
sleeps.
here, I made some festive drinks.
Yeah, they're not, the consistency and the color is a little off between.
Because I want to make yours a little bit more sour because you say you don't like it sweet.
No,
so these are Hurricanes. If you didn't know, they're actually a New Orleans delicacy. It's 3 rums: the light, the amber, and the dark rum, with a bunch of juices.
Yep.
And just figured let's
pretty great.
on.
I'm really happy with it.
And you like it?
I'm pretty good. I mean, like the size of this. Look at the size of this thing.
This episode's only 24 minutes because we're going to be passed out.
The size of this mason jar, he told me he bought like some mason jars, right?
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, I thought they were just going to be like, like the small, regular ones,
Well,
not full,
they're regular for me.
I know, not full tomato sauce jars. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll take
It's
a
like
case.
8 plates of pasta here.
Yeah. It's like that episode of Seinfeld where he's like, I'll buy some gum, and he gives them like $100 and he gets like 1,000 gums. I was like, yeah, I'll take some mason jars. Look at the size of these things, man.
Yeah.
It's like I was wearing my wrong glasses and I got these. Anyway.
Beautiful.
All right, so let's get to the whole Christmas spirit too, and how we discussed how we were going to do the donating the blood, and that's why Scott's here today also and also Rob said he's going to come with us.
Oh, excellent.
So the 4 of us will go one Saturday soon.
Right.
Yes.
Before Christmas would be fantastic.
That's right. I found out some information.
Perfect.
Okay, good.
And we'll set that up again after.
Yeah.
We made this as a point because as everything's shutting down, weird COVID year, people are up in arms. There's a lot more frustration as to maybe not knowing where your next paycheck's coming from. And I know for me personally, not being able to give gifts kind of sucks.
Yeah.
So the best thing I could give this year is blood to help save a life.
It's way better than giving chlamydia.
Right?
That's quite the segue.
Wow. Oh, it's just the railroad right over
it just adds to what he mentioned last week. The only reason I donate is so I can get my
Hold on, no,
back.
one of the reasons.
one of the reasons, yeah.
I'm sure.
There's another reason why I do. But.
There's a main reason, and we'll get to that now. So basically, you inspire me in a way because I see you on Instagram. I follow you on Instagram, and you're pretty much doing it twice a month.
Yeah, I donate platelets every 2 weeks, and I'm actually donating this Friday.
Right, and to me, I think that is such an awesome inspirational story because you jog, you smoke cigars, you live the life of Riley. You may not think it. These guys always shit on you for whatever reason, but you
they're jealous.
There's no reason.
It's my hair.
But you have a good.
Just make it easy.
You have a good lifestyle, and you kind of share that energy by donating the blood. And then I find out why you're donating the blood. And if you want to tell that story,
yes. So, I donated whole blood.
So explain that. What's whole blood?
So so there's a difference between whole blood and plasma and platelets.
Okay.
What I usually donate is platelets, which you can donate on every 2 weeks.
And what is a platelet? Like,
so platelets, what they do is they extract your blood,
okay,
and then it goes through like a centrifuge, and then they separate certain things. So platelets are very important for people who are battling blood cancer.
Right.
So that's the reason. Now, and then whole blood. And the other thing with myself, I'm O positive, and there's people that are O negative. Yeah. Those are the two bloods where
you can donate
to anybody. O negative is higher on the scale than O positive. But I don't know your blood type.
Me neither.
Well, alcohol. But anyway,
right.
But
drunk.
If God forbid something happened. Mm-hmm. And someone donated, such as myself, there would be no issue like waiting to get a match or waiting for that X amount of blood to come in, or that negative, so on and so forth. Yes, awesome. But I donated blood on a regular basis many years ago. But then in 2010, my daughter was diagnosed with blood cancer, ALL, which is acute lymphoblastic leukemia.
Yeah.
Right. She is now 7 years free and clear.
Amazing.
And 12-year-old who
TikTok
does not
listen.
TikTok sensation. TikTok sensation.
Yeah.
A huge follower of this guy on YouTube.
I know. I can't remember.
God, what the heck is his name? I should know.
I see it all over Instagram.
Oh my goodness, I should know this. But anyway.
Yeah.
I started donating platelets after she was diagnosed, and met a lot of good people.
Yeah.
And on one occasion, actually found out who I was donating to, who was a little guy that was battling a form of leukemia, like Isabella.
Yep.
And I happened to know this person was going into an operation, and then they sort of let the cat out of the bag without even mentioning a name. And then, I mentioned this little guy's name, and their face kind of a little stoic, and like, oh my God, how did you know? And it just turned out. But the funny thing is, so I mentioned it to the father, and like this very nice, very involved in the Light the Night.
Yeah.
His son Gabriel was an honored hero as my daughter was for this Light the Night, this annual walk.
Yep.
And very nice, and he's like, "Oh fuck! I hope he doesn't start smoking cigars."
Because you light the night another way, right? You light it every day.
But Tom, you brought up a great point because things are spread a little thin.
Right. It's a hard time.
And actually, August of last year, 2019, it's where because I'm involved with the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society,
right.
And it's where Canadian Blood Services and the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, I guess, decided at some point, we're kind of both trying to do the same thing here. Right. And it's sort of this cross-pollination in a sense where they, had a blood drive and got myself and Isabella involved. I was actually on CTV. They had people come down there.
Yep.
And on the two, because I had put it out there that it was going to happen. And on both occasions, the amount of donations doubled and tripled on the specific dates where it had been in the past. And I had 6 or 7 friends who had never donated whole blood before donated. Because platelets actually, to donate platelets, it can take anywhere from an hour and a half to 2.5 hours. Right. So that's why I was suggesting if you're a first time donate,
just do whole blood.
Just do whole blood, because you can be in and out of there in 20 minutes or whatever.
That's me sitting for a tattoo. But I just want to do.
But the thing is, as you were saying, and it hit on the perfect note. Outside of time, you don't have to do anything. There's no cost. They cover your parking. They cover your transportation. Like, so if you go there, they'll ask you, how did you get down here? You know, so on.
And I didn't know that. That's really good of them too to do that. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah. So
I mean, I don't think they should. I mean, you don't mean they should. But
maybe they do it. You know what? I think they do it. You know what? I should confirm that because I think on the Whole Blood it's just different because you're in and out in 20 minutes.
Sure, 20
Myself. I'm down there for 2-3 hours or whatever.
Sure.
They
at least they could do is like pay for your parking.
Yeah. So,
That's all right.
but the thing is though, you meet a lot of great people. Like I walk in there and I'm like the king of Kensington, but not just myself, other people too. Because you're there, you get to meet the staff.
Yeah.
They're great people. You know. Snacks afterward, you know.
Right. That was one of my questions I was going to ask. Like, what kind of snacks are we talking about?
Bits and bites.
I love bits and bites.
Bits and bites.
Orange juice.
Twizzlers.
Mango juice too.
Mango juice and orange juice.
Mango juice, yeah. And they got these little cranberry omega cookies, which are fantastic.
Okay,
yeah. So I leave out actually. To tell you a little side thing.
He leaves 5 pounds heavier after donating 5 pounds of blood.
Sad thing though, but there's a guy that a homeless gentleman that is outside of the college facility.
Yep.
So I'll grab a little extra and leave him something. He actually sleeps behind the sign.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, because it's like a heated grate or whatever. But he sees me walking in there. So I haven't seen him for quite some time, but more so in the winter. And he'll see me walking by, and he gets this little smile because he knows that there's treats coming.
That's decent.
But you know what? I even mentioned it. I didn't want him to think, "Who's this guy?" I didn't want to be like an Italian woman at the end of a wedding. I love that. Like
you fill in your purse.
That's what I mean. The best part is you go to an Italian wedding. Most of the old Italian women that are stealing cookies. Earlier in the day, just made 400 cookies.
I know, but like they're stealing at the end of the night. They're like, I'm not letting this go to waste. It's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
So I didn't want to look like, hey,
listen, drunk me at the end of weddings. I'm filling my pockets with cookies too because I know, like later on, more drunk me wants those cookies. Like I'm thinking about future me as drunk me as I'm filling my
pockets.
Drunk me, what I do is I put a what do you call it? No. If there's an empty chair at the table, you put your jacket,
of course,
and then, he's in the washroom. Yeah, I can just put a plate there.
Put a plate there. So you're getting 2 foods? There's 17 courses. You need to double that.
Well, you want to get your money's worth.
But you're getting it out of the 17 courses.
What you put in the booster, though, right?
So I guess you're not being invited to weddings for quite some time now.
Scott just blew his wedding.
Actually, a buddy of mine, Mike, taught me that trick.
Yeah, Mike's 400 pounds and he eats fucking 17 meals at a wedding.
Really?
I wonder how many times have you donated blood?
This Friday will be 133
for the plates.
I don't know I don't.
Or is 133 total?
In total.
Okay, so that's whole blood
and platelets. More so platelets over the past few years. So probably about 100 of those 134 donations because there's quite a bit of a window.
Right. Yeah.
And then with several tattoos,
you have to wait.
You have to wait.
That's for the platelets.
Either.
Is there? Oh,
either. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But they've been a little lenient on some of the restrictions for that because it is an important need.
Well, I mean, I'm sure after they take your blood, they are testing it, right? So they're not. Just
of course.
It's not like here's his blood into this guy or girl or woman, whoever it is.
Yes,
because that would be like.
Well, even just to tell you, a couple years back, if you want to be like a stem cell, you have to be a certain age. But for some reason, I don't know if they mixed up my birth date, or anything like that. They had me on a list where I could donate stem cell,
right.
And I get a letter from the RCMP, and it's one of those like it comes, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm like, an envelope, and I'm like, what the fuck? Because they run a background check on you, and then I couldn't
to donate stem cells.
Yeah, they just want to make sure that
you're not a criminal.
Well, whatever. And the thing is
a criminal stem cells not as good as a non-criminal stem cell?
I guess so.
A better criminal?
I don't know. You come out of your successful surgery and now you're jacking cars or something.
All of a sudden,
just on a whim.
Where do they get these stem cells from? Career criminal.
Oh shit! He was a straight A student. Now all of a sudden he's jacking cars. But
You went from jacking off to jacking off.
but the thing is, they actually screwed up. So for a year, I couldn't donate because just in case they had to call me at the last minute.
Wow. And for stem cells.
For stem cells, so you can't donate.
Oh, you can't donate anytime. It's just when they need. It's got to be fresh.
Correct. I didn't really delve into the rationale behind that. And then I happened to follow up and say, I haven't received anything, and so on and so forth. And they're like, "Oh, we meant to call you. We screwed up your age.
You're too old.
You're too old." And so every 2 weeks, that's about 30 donations or 25 donations I could have donated. So I would have been. Not that I'm, trying to crack a certain amount.
No, but your number would have been higher but obviously the RCMP didn't.
Did you?
I'm surprised they even said you could do it. The RCMP back check. That's what I'm I'd be like, I look at your last name. No, this guy can't do it. This guy's 100% out.
Did you have to donate bone marrow for Isabella?
Sorry, you know what? I said stem. Bone marrow. My apologies. Marrow. Yeah, sorry. I said stem. Yes, bone marrow.
So you were too old for bone marrow?
No, Isabella just... it was just blood. For her, in her specific case, it was it was
So what's the cutoff age for bone marrow?
35. I think it's between 18 and 35.
You're there, buddy.
It's just me. I got like a month left till I can do it.
I'd say do it.
35 in January.
Well, what they do is they put you on it's Canada wide.
Is it?
Yeah, I believe it's Canada wide. So
if they want my bone marrow in like Vancouver,
and you match someone in,
so they take it from me here and then ship it across country.
I would assume so. Yeah.
I mean, listen, if they want to fly me first class to Vancouver, I'll gladly.
Well, this day and age, I wouldn't want to go to Vancouver, but
I mean, still,
to save a life, it'd be.
I would do it. I would do it. Okay, so let's talk the logistics of us going down there. So now Rob's in, so the four of us are going to go down.
And again, if anyone
Kelly mentioned that she was interested.
Was she as well?
She said she was interested.
So now our numbers are up. So are you donating with us as well, or are you at your max? Like, how does this work?
Well, no, I can like that. I believe they do platelets at that facility on the Saturday.
You're just strictly doing platelets.
You're not
doing whole blood anymore.
I got to find out because it's only on Saturdays.
Okay.
That the specific place that I go, and plus you guys are back, at work, so the hours of operation would conflict. But Saturdays at Young and Bloor, the Canadian Blood Services there take the whole blood. And now I don't know if they do platelets there as well, but
is that what you're strictly doing platelets now?
I do platelets. But I want to find out Friday. I'm going to find out because I'm going to donate.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I'm going to find out what the window is for me to donate whole blood, so that I can either donate with you guys. But even if I don't donate with you guys, I'll actually be there.
Well, yeah,
awesome.
you're
we'll get you to
I'm the blood donor consigliere.
Consigliere.
We'll get you to hold the camera. We'll do the.
Oh, I think it'll be.
It'll be great.
A great event. I'm gonna reach out to some people from the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, see if maybe there's something. Well, it depends on what's happening.
Listen, I'm just excited to do it. I've always wanted to do it, and I've just never got it.
You know what? I'll tell you something. It's a great feeling because, like I said, outside of time,
right,
and the potential of saving someone's life or making even if you don't save their life, but you're making their life a little easier.
Yeah,
whether it's an operation, whatever it may be. Because when Isabella got rushed to the hospital, like when we were told, because she was a little under the weather, so on and so forth. Not to bring the show down to a degree, but it was a situation that was very unnerving.
Well,
because
as a parent, she was very young.
She was under 2 years old.
Exactly.
And
I remember.
Vinny, you know where we live,
exactly,
right? So we're in the Kiel Lawrence area,
right?
Driving down the sick kids. I have no fucking clue if I did 20 kilometers or 200 kilometers. I don't remember anything. The only thing I remember is Alicia carrying Isabella into the emergency, and because they had called us at 3:00 in the morning and said, "Get down there." And by the time I parked the car, she was already hooked up, and I believe had like 5 transfusions or whatever. Wow. Because
by the time you parked the car,
because her count was so low, and so on, her platelet count was so low, or not her platelet count.
Red cell.
I can't think of it off the top.
White cell?
Yeah, I can't
hemoglobin?
think of it. Her hemoglobin, yes, was at 20.
Look at all these.
And when it was supposed to be at 120, and it was down to 20.
Oh shit, 100 down.
It was it was down by 100, and then it was 5 or 6 hours later, where they told us that she had cancer. They couldn't tell us exactly what type, and then it was 3 days later when they ran all the tests and told us what she had, and then man, it was close to 3 years of hell.
Wow, yeah, I bet.
Yeah, but
look now,
Oh, now
Now look at her.
Oh yeah. And I actually think I'll be honest with you. No, you know what? I'll be honest with you. I actually think down the road she'll be giving back, whether it's in the medical field or something like it. Just
I think anybody who goes through something like that is ultimately
not only that though. And I'm not trying to pump Isabella's tires anyway, but the children that I met. Yep. And being a spokesperson and doing public speaking for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, the children that I met, and sadly a lot of funerals that I went to of children that were under 10 years old, you meet a lot of people, and it grounds you.
Yeah, I believe that.
I mean, I got my issues, but I always thought I was a pretty good person to begin with. But there's that day you're driving to work, and where at some point you'd be flipping someone the bird, and then at point they cut you, well, whatever. But
these days I'm pretty tame on
certain things that it just tames you.
Well,
and then you even get into a point where, as a parent, you have survivor's guilt because you see some of the battles of other parents,
for sure.
And I remember going to funerals of children who had passed.
Yeah.
And you're in the sort of the receiving line. I don't even know what you actually call it at a funeral. I still don't know what it's called.
I think it's called a receiving
line. And people who just lost their child are asking me about Isabella.
I know.
And it's like, just kick me in the nuts.
It's tough. I know what you're saying. It's a position where you're like, it's a position where obviously, you are happy for you. But
and then,
how do you can't even be you can't be happy at a funeral.
But it just shows how people are in that situation where even though they're at their lowest, still have the courtesy to say, hope she give her a hug for us, give her a kiss.
That's pretty.
Those are good people. Or her pigtail because she lost her hair, or her pigtails back. And it's just a different. Yeah. It just makes you more aware.
Yeah, and I totally understand that completely, because you go from having like everything's going great to, oh my god. What's going to happen?
And it was.
It was like 0 to like
I just
1,000.
came back from a trip to the Dominican. I golfed. I smoked cigars. I met a lot of people. I was playing volleyball every day. I was down with some family. Like just one of those trips.
I'm just going to...
Here we go. Volleyball. Here we go.
I
can't spike the ball.
I'm just curious
I'm
as
very
to
good
like...
at setting.
That's how I wanted to... That's enough. Okay. That's how I wanted to...
I'm very good at setting
volleyball at my height is not the best. You know what I mean?
We're not
like, were you reffing?
Lurch over here.
I know, you refereeing? Like, I don't understand. Anyway.
That's
he just slams down on the thing.
Just by the net. Okay.
Are you allowed ladders in volleyball? Like, I just want to know.
Well, it was beach volleyball, so there's an art to it. What you do is you pack up the sand
in your spot
by the net.
So right by his spot is like this big mound of sand.
So it's like create the steps.
And they're like, Scott, we need you back here. No, I already created. This is my mountain right here.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the person beside me is like 3 feet in the hole because I had to take all that sand so I could at least get my hand over the net. But I had just come back from a trip and so forth, and happened to see Isabella, and I could tell you live with someone, you lose weight, you don't know, and then I see you 2 months. Fuck, Vin, you look great, man. Meanwhile, girlfriend never even noticed because she sees you every day.
See you every do
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so totally. once you're disconnected, and then coming back and they're waiting at the door for me and seeing like the pale complexion. Because Alicia's fair skin, so my wife's fair skin, and Isabella didn't get my Calabrese jeans and olive skin or whatever. So I see her every day. It's like, of course, okay,
this is what she looks
and
like every day.
Then that week apart, you just think, fuck,
shit, you saw
something's not right,
exactly.
And then it went from there.
Wow. Yeah, well,
but as we said, she's
great now. Look
she's
at
great.
her.
She's TikTok champ. She has to give me her.
She ignores you already.
Oh yeah, and then Daddy, I got. Sketch is the guy's name. That she falls Sketch, which I bust their balls every day. Oh my god, because he's a twin, right?
Oh,
and then so then his name is Ethan, or sorry, his name is Elijah. He's got a brother Ethan, and then there's Sketch. So I'm like, oh, so they're triplets, and Daddy, stop. I go, which one is that again?
Oh my god.
It's the whole Miley Cyrus thing again, Hannah Montana thing.
No, it's not.
Not even that.
I don't think so.
This guy's, and then she's in love with him, and then I checked.
We're embarrassing her
She's
now.
not gonna watch this. Come on, man.
She'll watch it.
Will she?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I told her it's gonna be on YouTube. So
great. Now
she's on.
Listen, Isabel, I'm so sorry that he's.
Don't worry, we bust his balls.
But there's
more
only,
than-
I think there's like about an 8-year difference, right? And then I checked the guy's net worth. He's like $8 million, worth about $8 million US. And I'm doing the math. I'm thinking, okay, if he keeps this going,
8 years,
8 years and whatever. So she's 20,
21.
he's 28, 29. This will work. Then I'll go back to golfing every day and
go back to like you're not still doing it. I'm gonna go back to golf.
Yeah,
that real estate
The
life.
only reason why you're not golfing right now because it's fucking cold in the snow.
Hey, I golfed on my birthday for the first time.
It was
That was
nice.
a
It was
few
nice.
weeks ago.
though.
Oh yeah, it was
nice.
beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Buddy of mine from California Sandwiches surprised me, and it was a gorgeous day. It was like 20.
Yeah, it was nuts that
23?
day.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
It was nuts out.
Wearing
We didn't
shorts.
get to play the entire round because of
Booze?
the light. No, there's no alcohol involved on that. There's a couple cigars though, but
Makes sense. Because of the lightning.
well, no, it was a late round. So by the time the sun went, like you couldn't fucking
don't
wait
just
to
have,
do
like,
daylight savings like after my birthday.
Which daylight savings needs to go.
They're talking about getting rid of it.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
play for it. So,
Dumb.
Yeah,
It's not like it's for farmers.
yeah.
but is it though? Because it's dark. I mean, this is my dark winter. Fuck what they're saying. I see dark winter every day of every year.
Listen, I don't know. I show up to work. If I'm working in the studio, I show up to work when it's dark and I leave when it's
Yeah.
dark.
Dark. That's what I
But
mean.
now I'm working outside, so now I show up when it's dark and I leave when it's dark still. But I used to get like the
Today-
shitty cold rain fucking weather in between.
Today sucked. Today there was
Today
no sun.
sucked. It was
Yeah,
terrible.
yeah. This is like
2
when
more
you know-
days.
Yeah.
And what are you working
Payday
on
tomorrow,
again?
too.
I'm working on I can't really say, but I'm
Oh, you
working
can't.
on a project.
A
for,
project.
Apple TV. I'll say. That's
right.
it.
That's
That's
it.
all I can say.
Yeah,
I feel like.
I mean, we kind of squeeze it out every once.
we squeeze
in
it
a
out
while.
every now and then. I'm working on a project.
yeah.
Yeah. And it's a cool show. Like I'm outdoors now for the next 3 months.
Yeah.
So I was like, whatever. It's fine. I'm fine with it. Whatever. I made my decision.
There's a lot going on. Actually, they were
a lot
filming
going
just
on.
down the street here.
Yep.
Yep.
They were filming on Castlefield the other day near Dufferin.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, I don't know what it was,
Yeah, I
but
saw that too.
it could be a commercial. Who knows? But anyway,
don't fucking know.
everything, as long as things are back and at least some
I mean,
people
we're still
are
in
working.
we're still in the swing of things. Thankfully, we didn't get
Yeah.
affected by the lockdown.
But-
I mean, because we have so many precautions in our
Yeah.
But I'm seeing things because I'm on a truck. I'm doing the pickups and the deliveries, and I'm seeing it. I'm seeing that. Okay, that store's not open. That's curbside only.
Yeah.
That's slowing us down. Call them up. Oh no, we can't service you until like later on today
Yeah.
or tomorrow. So there's a bit in the play of like when you can do things and when you can't,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, but that was like that the first lockdown too.
A
I
little
mean, it's
bit,
not
yeah.
everything's pretty much the same. It's just now you're working in it, not staying at home watching TV and eating Cheetos. You know.
now that we got it right, now that we're
Now
off,
we got it right.
you know.
But I don't know. I don't know. There's that whole thing now. Like people are fighting back this whole like small business thing, and I think they should. Like, why do small businesses have to close?
Well, you know, it was
but
funny.
fucking Walmart and all those places can stay open.
Right.
Like that doesn't make
Well,
sense to me.
They were talking about it on one of the TV shows or news
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you think about it. So, you know, they've been promote local.
Yeah. Old the
So,
Dougler is
yeah.
telling everybody to promote local, and then it's like, oh, we're shutting down all the small businesses.
But that's it. So they use the flower shop as as an example. So mom and pop flower shop on the
Yep.
corner, you know, blah blah blah.
course.
They have to shut down. Meanwhile, I can go to Costco and get flowers.
Yeah.
I can go to Fortino's or whatever
yeah,
and get flowers.
Walmart, No Frills, all those places that sell
Fruitarians,
flowers,
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But why small little mom and pop
Which
can't
they
have
can,
two
which
people
they
in
can
the,
control.
Yes.
Even actually, just before we went on air, my buddy who's cuts my hair.
Yeah.
And I was going to get my haircut last week, and then when everybody knew that the possible shutdown, and I even had a time, and he's a friend, and
Yeah.
I get there and there's like 20 people waiting outside.
Shit, eh?
And I had said, okay, I'll be there at 11:30.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, sorry, Scott. And I'm like, yeah, don't worry about it. But one person,
Yep.
he shares the salon. It's up by Rustic Bakery.
Yep.
Renato, great guy. Anyway,
Weird plug, dude. Weird. But go ahead.
No, but he shares a salon with with a female.
You could just say, I'm just saying weird plug because you're like, you stopped Renato. You know, it's like, just say it. What is it?
But no, so they only have 2 people. Well, 4 people in total.
Yeah, 4 chairs.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Wear your mask. But meanwhile, you go to a big grocery store.
I go to Walmart Fortino's. There's 50, 60 people in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's big. Great. So what? You still have to wear your mask no matter what. I think this is a mistake. I think the Douglas really fucking up right here.
And you look at restaurants too. But meanwhile, McDonald's, Popeyes, KFC.
Yeah, but it's all takeout, right? Obviously. So all the small mom and pops should be takeout too, man. But don't shut down completely.
Yeah, I know. But
it just sucks because they take the skips and the Ubers.
I know.
Take a huge percentage off.
McDonald's is doing that too. They're taking percentages.
But when you look at the logistics and parking and so on and so forth, where a place on College, you know what I mean? Curbside pickup. What, you're gonna drive around the block 15 times until you can find a spot, or someone's gonna run out?
A lot of those places on College Street do their own delivery.
Do they not?
True, but I'm just trying to use an example of.
No, I get what you're saying.
You know, with the
but listen, it shouldn't be that busy because no one should be out. So if you want to go pick up your pizza,
of course.
You know,
100%.
Again, we don't know, and what bothers me is that we're 9 months into this now, and it's still a finger pointing session. It's your fault. You didn't do enough. Yeah. We need to work harder. You have 9 months. Why don't you take the political agenda bullshit out of the way? Let's work on this as a government.
Yeah.
Not going, it's your fault because you didn't let this happen. It's your fault because you didn't react soon enough.
No.
Fuck off and just get it done.
I'll be honest, when I was back at the gym briefly, I couldn't even tell you how many people are there cleaning. Like, it is not. It is like
when I was at my gym, there was 2 people constantly just going around.
Oh my goodness! Like, and then closing down the gyms or limiting it was ridiculous.
Crazy.
Because I know several people who are on the verge of like a breakdown. Like, this is just getting to them. Like, the anxiety level in the city is
astronomical.
Is through the roof.
Yeah. It's the bubble. The bubble's about to pop.
Oh, I think so. I think so.
Yeah.
You know, like I've never seen so many people in my neighborhood walking.
Yeah.
You know, but you can only do that.
Winter's here, man.
That's
so
right.
Where are you gonna go?
Exactly.
You can't go anywhere.
And you know, some people, you know, maybe they can't go to the gym or whatever, but you know, treadmill or whatever it may be.
Something.
Yeah. At some point, you want to go do something.
You just gotta get it out. Listen, I was going stir crazy.
Yeah.
During the first lockdown, I was going nuts.
Yeah.
So, and it just bothers me that.
Well, especially guys like for yourself that have like a 10 to 12, 16-hour day, and you're seeing loads of people, and now it's
nobody.
Nothing.
Nobody.
There's still people I haven't reconnected with since the shutdown, and I'm missing the hell out of going. I just want to say hi. And I don't even know if I can do that.
That's the thing too. It's the, you know, like you guys do it every week or whatever, but who doesn't like ball busting? You're playing hockey, you're in the dressing room, you're sitting there, maybe you have a couple pops with the boys or something like that or whatever, but everybody, it's just the whole camaraderie. And I don't mean to make it like a sports mentality or whatever, but just, I don't know, book club, anything where you're just missing out.
Zoom is not the same, man.
Yeah,
FaceTiming and like interacting over the internet is
even
fun.
Though we have fun. Even we have fun, we do it, but it's not.
Yeah, but it's not a thing.
It's not the same. The hugging the people, being social, making drinks for everyone, being the entertainment, being the host.
Of course.
Listen, we have a COVID team on our show. So what they do is they make sure people wear their masks, their glasses, and all that stuff. I'm in trouble fucking 3 times every morning, and I'm constantly like, I'm in trouble, but I'm still hugging. I don't care. I'm hugging people who work there because we are all in the same bubble.
Yeah.
And like they're constantly giving me shit about my glasses. Like today, like Vince, you gotta have your glasses on. I'm on my number ones trying to fix his belt. I'm trying to fix all these things, and they're giving me shit. I'm like, get away from me.
Yeah.
I'm like, get the hell away from me right now. I'm busy. I'm like,
no,
I'm wearing my mask.
Do they call you St. Vincent?
Doctor.
No. That was a costume sent me that. I'm like, listen, I'm wearing my mask.
Yeah.
If he spits in my eye, which he's not talking to me, he's not looking down at me and spitting in my eye. Like, that's the only reason the goggles are for my safety. I'm like,
he doesn't have a lisp.
No, he doesn't have a lisp. Not that I know. Anyway, I just like
and they're not doctors. What bothers me is that,
there's nurses,
but they're permits. They're permits too. They're trying to get into the union.
No, not the ones working.
Some of them are.
Yeah,
and I'm
well,
just
that's
like,
a different story.
There's no way.
My head COVID person is a nurse. She has no business in the industry.
Okay, good.
In the industry, so she's very like she's always like, Vince, you gotta. I'm like, get off my fucking back.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm very fucking busy, and I do not have time to put I have my mask on.
Yeah.
Don't fucking bother me with my goggles, man.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
He's not gonna just spit at me.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. I'm like, get the fuck. I'm like,
go. Oh, the person that you can't talk about.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Anyway. Whatever. All right, let's get off the topic of COVID.
Yeah,
it really brings me fucking down. Let's have some fun now.
4 weeks of Christmas. Is there any go-to? I mean, again, things are a little bit changing, but do you have to have a certain decoration up? Do you decorate? Do you not decorate?
I used to, but then when I was not living in the condo by myself over here, I didn't do anything. Like, I was never home.
Gotta have a real tree.
Are you a real tree guy?
Yeah,
real tree guy.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
Here we go. Here, how do I know that this has to do with the star?
I know? It might now. I guess my question is can the tree be taller than you?
Okay, first of all, what tree isn't taller than me?
Well, you can cut that tree. If it's a real tree, you can pick the size. I guess the next question is, who puts the star on in your house? Do you call a friend? Do you phone a friend?
Actually, it is that I phone a friend, or I put Isabel on my shoulder, or we have like the little I can
12-foot ladder.
Why did I come on here again?
Not sure.
Once he gets into it, he'll get into it. But
all right, and then my second question is,
here we go.
I
am not the elf on the shelf.
Good to know. I guess it was like, okay, my third question then is, obviously, you're too short to be Santa Claus, so do you just show up as the elf and be like, sorry, Santa couldn't make it? Is that like your...
It's a constant.
Her reindeer shirt.
And I can go up and down. I can go up and down the chimney without getting anything on me.
You can slide right up.
Yeah.
Your little small shoulders.
Okay. So you didn't, but now
I might. I don't know. I'll see. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
So real tree, you go all out.
Yeah, we actually put aside a day to decorate it and whatever. And I
do
go
you
and
do
see
the lights and everything in your house, or like what do you do? Lights outside?
Well, we put out a big wreath,
nice.
a big lit wreath that you can
But
see.
do you do the light bulbs?
No.
Too high up. Much too high off the ground.
Oh, man, he's on a fucking roll.
I'm just heights. I'm like, I get you. Maybe it's just too, you don't want to get a ladder up that high. I get it.
Can you imagine if it was me doing that?
Tom doesn't have to get a ladder.
I'm not the ladder. I rent services for ladders. Oh man, no.
I don't like. I get the Christmas lights, whatever, all that stuff. Like I think they're okay.
Decorations, yeah.
But like I don't know. I'm just not me. I don't know.
There are some people that I actually look forward to their displays.
Yeah.
They're
like I'm not against it. If Carolyn wants to put some up this year, I think she mentioned it. Totally
you'll help her out, and
I'll help her out. Like I'm not against it. I'm not anti-Christmas.
Yeah,
right.
I just also don't care.
Yeah,
so
I find that, and it's been like in past relationships, I couldn't give two fucks either way.
Yeah,
just like you.
Yeah,
for the fact that when you work in the business that I do, we shoot Christmas movies almost every
in fucking July.
Yeah. Like every fucking year, I know how to wrap gifts. I know how to dress up a tree. I know how to hang wreaths. And I'm doing it like twice a year, and it's never in December.
No, it's always July or some shit or April.
I remember I did one show. It was the Nutcracker, and we were hanging wreaths in front of.
So that's what I call Vinny most of the time. It's the Nutcracker.
Yeah. Ball breaker, Nutcracker.
Same thing.
Same thing.
So
does the same job, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We're hanging wreaths around the Royal Alexandria Theater, and this is like end of September, like first week of October. And people are walking by like, it's too soon, you assholes.
They have no clue.
And I'm hanging it around the big pillar, and I'm like,
I agree. I think that's too soon.
Show.
I don't think anybody should put their decorations out till at least December 1st, minimum.
I think after the
Remembrance Day.
No, American Thanksgiving.
I think it should be December, man. That should be the rules.
Speaking of which, 5 days off starting tonight.
What is
for the Americans right now? Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
5 fucking days.
I know.
Well, the weekend doesn't count.
I know. Isn't that horrible? At least in Kitchener, we get a parade on the Thanksgiving.
Well, don't
it's
forget,
just an excuse to watch football.
Their Black Friday is the equivalent of our Boxing Day, so they do take it.
They don't have a Boxing Day too?
No.
Oh, that's
Boxing Day is a British thing.
Oh, I didn't know
that we sort of.
Well,
yeah.
we're British.
Yeah.
But you can't get an iPod for $1 like you can a Black Friday.
No. But speaking of, you had mentioned Christmas, and then the last show you had mentioned consumers.
Yeah.
So maybe too young for yourself.
Yes,
but Tom, you would remember the Cabbage Patch.
The Cabbage Patch Kids.
I know
Cabbage Patch. Okay, but they had a second go round, but this is in the
original, the Xander. It was on
early to mid '80s.
The print was on their asses and shit.
I was working at Consumers during high school, and we couldn't keep them on the shelves. That and Trivial Pursuit.
That.
Trivial Pursuit was the number one seller.
And we would wait. The truck would come in, and half the guys there, we would buy everything. And I remember bringing my hockey bag down to the Eatons and Simpsons down at Young and Dundas.
Yeah.
And standing in front of the decorated windows.
And just start selling
and
them.
they'd have the Cabbage Patch, and you'd see like this little girl, Daddy, I want one. And all of a sudden,
sold out.
Hockey bag. I had the head of a, and I had about 10 Cabbage Patch.
That's not weird at all. That's not weird at all. Hey, a little doll head just comes out of the bag.
Yeah, but when you're 16 and you're buying something for 30 and selling it for 100 because you guilted that father into it.
Smart.
Let's put it this way: there was a couple very nice Christmases for all the guys that worked at Consumers,
and that's why the RCMP.
That's why Consumers got shut down.
Hey, I paid for the stuff.
That's true. You did.
That's
true.
Capitalized.
And that's that. That's the American way.
You know, and maybe that's why Consumers not shut down or shut down now. But it was one of those things. I remember that was '83. It was the hot toy, and it wasn't like because it was a doll. It was exclusively just for girls. Everyone wanted them, adults, kids.
I don't understand the ugliest little fucking.
And there was no
because you could personalize them, and they had names and everything.
No, they were already personalized.
Yeah, they had names.
Yeah, certificates, a birthday.
They look like the fucking worst dolls you could ever give somebody.
You know,
right?
You know, he's been giving it to me, but if you really look at a Cabbage Patch, it kind of looks a little like Vinny and Rob. If,
maybe we'll do a comparison.
I think you need to get your fucking prescription.
I'll do the picture match for the promo. We'll see.
Whatever. Must be the good best looking line they set out there.
But for me, it was like
how many of those dolls came with tattoos?
yeah, they were tattooed too. It's funny because like that was huge, and I think for me, from what I remember as a kid, that was the first time where it was kind of like that
craze.
Yeah, it was like that Jingle All the Way.
That
movie.
was like the first.
That was like the first.
It wasn't the Rubik's Cube for you old fucks.
No, Rubik's Cube was.
That wasn't like the newest thing.
That was something
Slinky.
that
Wasn't
sort
the
of
Slinky was like your.
No, but the Rubik's Cube was something that just sort of it was like an entire year or whatever. And I think once you got it, which was say $5 or $6, and then it was who could do it
the fastest.
Yeah. Well, in my case, I just
still can't
remove the stickers and
just got a shark. Just painted the sides all one color.
Yeah, I can't remember a single like craze that was as bad as the Cabbage Patch, and then it just went from that every year. Like it's like the marketing geniuses got a hold of that and go, "Oh my god, let's do this every year."
Like even in the mid to late 70s, well after 77 with Star Wars and the Mattel toys or whatever, it was there, but it wasn't flying off the shelf like it was, but not to the extent with this Cabbage Patch craze. Like it was ridiculous. And honest to God, me and a couple buddies that played hockey would fill our hockey bags with Cabbage Patch and head downtown.
It's amazing what it took to impress you small-minded old folk back then.
But even remember
Look
the
at the world now. Did you guys have color on your TV?
No, some of them I didn't. But
no, actually, it's funny. Do you remember? You wouldn't, but do you remember? Maybe you did or not. People who didn't have a colored TV, they would have this film that went over their TV, and it would be blue.
No.
Okay,
what the fuck are you talking about, man?
Yeah, so it was like it was
the color of the black and white.
It was a 3-tone film. And
RGB.
I forget what the colors, if it was like blue for like the sky, and then the middle was somewhat cloud, and then I remember my great grandmother had it fucking upside down.
Oh my God.
I remember like the sky's red.
I've never heard of this shit in my life, man. God, you guys lived the Stone Age, man. I'm telling you.
We had a great age. We had everything.
Did you really? I don't know. I feel like I had everything.
Did you have a big wheel?
I sure did. Yeah.
A plastic one, all plastic one.
I had an all plastic. Oh, so I had one that had batteries in it, so I didn't have to pedal. I had colored TVs. I had video games out the wazoo.
Oh,
What did you guys do? You guys threw rocks in ponds.
Yeah.
That must have been super exciting.
Chestnuts and marbles.
Just poked
Crush a
dead.
can and play a ball hockey without a ball.
Just poked dead animals with sticks.
Yeah.
Or
What was that movie with the River Phoenix there? What was that? Stand By Me.
Stand By Me, yeah.
That's what you guys did.
Oh, great movie.
Great
River
movie.
Phoenix. Oh,
Great
man.
movie. You know, he named his. He had a son, Joaquin, and named him River.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So that's what you guys did. That was like based on a true story.
Well, we'd also roll tires too, like you just like
with
a stick. Yeah.
I didn't get the stick. I don't get
No?
it. What does the stick do?
I don't
Balance?
fucking know.
The fuck I'm asking. You did it.
No, I didn't.
Sure you
I'm
did.
just trying to add to it.
Yeah, real quick.
We also made our birthday cards for other people, like just chipping in the stone.
Oh, cool.
It was like a tablet.
Real quick. What was Jesus like?
He's not as tall as you think.
Taller than you, is taller.
Do you remember the Tickle Me Elmo craze?
Oh,
in,
yeah.
Like, in the 90s?
Yeah, but that was like my era.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's the thing when I saw it again. Like Cabbage Patch was bad, but then Tickle Me Elmo was so bad. And it was at the time when I was a club kid.
Yeah.
So they were giving away one night at the club.
Like a nightclub.
Yeah, and it was
They thought like the best thing to do is offer a fucking Tickle Me Elmo to a bunch of drunk people.
Yeah, so basically it was find the single mom in the bar, right?
Oh my god.
So this woman won it.
Was it a cougar bar?
No, not really. It was all it was just it was our regular go to on a Thursday. I don't know. And
Thursday. Tickle Me Elmo Thursdays.
and so she puts it in her car. Like this thing was going for $1,500.
Jesus
The
Christ.
first one, remember, it was just going nuts. So she gets it, and I think it was like a raffle or it was an auction, and she won it. She paid like $1,500 for that night too. Puts it in her car, comes back in and starts dancing.
Someone breaks in.
Someone breaks into their car.
Oh my god.
It's like it was just like
Put in the trunk, idiot.
like, but still, some people are following.
Funny, that was brought up in my letter from the RCMP.
So we noticed you stole a Tickle Me Elmo. a drunk woman's car.
It's unbelievable, and like the fact that so you were 16 years old, you knew already that if you paid the $30, even if you didn't have it, you could up
Venture capitalism.
And I got a
Right.
10% discount. So made even extra money.
So how did you know that was that you could sell it for $100 though?
Well, you gotta know.
You go down
Look at
there.
this guy.
and
You don't think this guy knows how to weasel a deal, man? You think this just happened in his adult age? He started as a weasel. He was a weasel when he was 16. Look at him now, man.
Now you sell houses.
Yeah, you sell houses that should cost like $30 for $100. Like that's it. He was born 16 to be a real estate agent. And he figured it out.
Exactly. Okay, how dare they sell a house for $1.8 million that's smaller than this place?
Toronto, baby.
Yep.
That's the way it is.
Would you? Okay, if that was your deal, and I'm not saying that it's shyster or anything happened, but you're pretty much brokering the shit out of that. That's probably maybe the first person's. This is the house that we want you to sell.
Yeah.
So if it might be your first sale.
That's a fucking amazing
Right.
first sale. Let me tell you.
How are you selling that? Because someone like me is looking at like I don't have 1.8 million.
Yeah.
First of all, second of all, like my size, I'm never looking at that house.
Okay, but you got to sell to someone who has
It's
number
not even
one.
a garage or a driveway.
Number one, you need the fucking money, so you're already out. He sells it. Someone he doesn't fucking go door to door to sell this house. Someone is like, I want this house.
There's various ways. Like if you're selling a tear down, like it's a little bungalow and you're selling it more so for the lot. The advertising goes according.
Okay.
But if you're let's put it this way, you're selling a place on the bridle path.
Yeah.
You're not. It's not the same.
You're not selling
as
the house. You're selling the status.
Oh, exactly. And you're putting a lot of your time, money, advertising, and so forth. You're putting it now. You're selling a little tear down in a local neighborhood or whatever. It's as is. You may do some flyers. You because the property will sell itself, type of thing.
Right.
But then you've got to dress up. Like when you're selling a higher end house, you really need to put advertising into it. Like you're gonna sit down there and someone's saying, "I'm putting my $3 or $4 million house in your hand." It's not like, okay, yeah, I'll just print a couple things. I'm gonna make a couple calls and say, "Oh, by the way, no, they want you. You're at their beck and call." Yeah, like whatever you're doing else. It's like a contract. A contract comes to your house and your job is $10,000. Then it's like, we'll be in and out of here in about a week. And then all of a sudden they get another call.
for something that's
something
like
else,
$100,000.
Yeah, and they're like, okay, fuck you.
All right, little $10,000 job. We'll see you later.
Yeah, when you're selling
fit you in.
when you're selling the $3 or $4 million house, you're at their beck and call, and you should be.
Right,
You should be.
Yeah.
And what's your favorite neighborhood?
I like where we live, man.
Yeah.
Where in
I
the
do like that neighborhood. I love
Keel
that
Lawrence
neighborhood.
area. It's still affordable compared to other areas. Just to use return on investment analogy, it's one of the areas where certain areas may have like a 2% rate of return type of thing.
Right.
With the growth in the area, the growth on the house itself. Where Vinny grew up and where I presently live,
Right.
it's quite higher. Like you're looking at anywhere from 7 to 10% annually, and some of the houses are still like I just sold a house, which some people may look at it and think, what the hell? Sold it for $1 million, 50 by 110, 120, I believe it was.
Yeah.
House was dated inside. Like upstairs was nice, but the basement, but it's compared to what's out there in certain areas.
Well, look,
you can turn around and build. Oh yeah.
And you could buy any little semi-attached house on College Street with like tiniest little hallways, the tiniest stairs, skid up. It's like $1 million.
It's crazy.
And some of those,
no driveway, no garage.
that's the thing too.
Carlos Street too is like in Leslieville.
Well, actually, that's what I was going to say. There are certain areas in Toronto, so it's based on W4 or so on and so forth. They have these sort of zones, right? Hyde Park is one of the places that's very good. Like you buy a place
but it
for $1 million.
It smells in Hyde Park, man.
You buy a place for $1 million. You don't have to worry about the market crashing. Like it's a still high demand area. Leslieville, another great place. Like I have a very good friend who we used to work together at Remax. She lives in Leslieville. She markets Leslieville or whatever, and it is one of those places that another high demand. You're going to pay.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're not going to lose. As they say, location.
100%. And which I totally agree with that
the
Hyde
LRT,
Park.
like places on Eglinton. You got certain things that are going in, even up in the north of Toronto.
Yeah.
The Wonderland area or whatever. You got the hospital going in. You've got certain things that will drive people there. That we're going to pay, but down the road, if we sell, we're really going to get more for bang for our buck.
Every year it's going up. Right. I never seen the housing market go down.
Now there's some areas that are little. You don't know whether they're going to gentrify, and certain things where it's
Regent
not
Park.
saying it's sketchy. But Regent Park's coming around.
But like I said, 15 years ago,
Parkdale's coming around too.
But I was in
Parkdale. Are you kidding me? Parkdale. Some of those houses down there that were rooming houses.
Parkdale's still scumland.
Well, look at the just east there. Why can't I think of the distillery district at one point many years ago? It was nothing.
Sure.
Then they opened up. Then they opened up that area. Now they're putting up condos like.
They look so stupid.
Regent Park.
Those condos look so stupid there, man.
Regent Park. For 15 years ago, I worked on a movie. I think the film died. I worked on. It was Four Brothers in Regent Park.
I remember that movie.
Oh, yeah.
And we were getting shot at. Like we were locked into a grip truck because there was gunshots fired, and we're like, we're not doing this. Like that.
Four Brothers was with
yes,
Mark Wahlberg.
Yes, and Tyrese Gibson.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I go to see a movie at the Cumberland Theater.
Right.
Mark Wahlberg sitting behind me.
Really? Oh,
and
really?
Because he was here filming.
Nice.
Yeah. Very nice guy.
Very cool.
Very nice guy.
He actually put money into 629 Eastern way back in the day to help now it's Revival Studios. And Wahlburgers was one of the deals that he brokered too to bring it up here as well. But yeah, we were getting shot at Regent Park, and I was like, I was scared to death. We were trapped into a grip truck, holding onto the floor of the truck, holding a piece of grip pipe, going, if someone comes on the other side, just get ready to swing. Now you look at that area.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've never been to the city and you didn't know anything about the history of that area, you wouldn't know.
Well, even last year, I was like, every now and then do a little set dressing. We were working on the corner in one of the buildings there, and you got one side of the street, you've got these condos, and then the apartments where they were filming.
Right.
Like it was, you just kept, looking over your shoulder. But it is changing as well for the better.
Right. So, and you think Parkdale is a dead
No,
dog.
no, it's great.
You like it?
Oh yeah, some of those older houses there that were rooming houses. You go in there and you gut job. You got a fucking 5,000 square foot home.
Well, I noticed that they are revamping the King Jameson area.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Those
the King James Hotel.
No, the
No.
Jameson King Street.
Oh,
The high rises there.
Wasn't Robbie living down there at one point, or
No, never.
He was down there. At one
We're
point.
back.
yeah, down there at one point? Yeah, he almost never came out of there.
That's correct.
Those candles and
Yeah.
open windows.
Fuck me sleeping.
Yeah.
Never sleep with fucking candles.
Never.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
I'm
prefer
not,
I prefer women, but if some people like candles, then you know.
some people use candles.
Man, that warm wax. That warm wax.
Listen, you don't have to climb a candle.
Jump over it.
But I don't know. I'm very much a West End guy. I've been my entire
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
I'll never. I don't care for much for the.
Should I break out into the Pet Shop Boys or?
Yeah,
West
West End girls.
I don't know. I love the city of Toronto. I'll never live anywhere else. And if I do,
Same here.
it'll have to be something cooler. There's nothing. I don't know, to me.
I was out west a few years back. I've been to Victoria a few times.
Yeah.
Right.
Live there?
I would live there in a second. Man.
Never been.
Yeah, the island. Yeah.
I've never
Yeah.
been.
Oh, yeah.
But it was funny. Go to a stop sign. It's like a Mexican standoff.
When nobody
For-
would go.
No, it's like, no, after you. No, after you.
I think
No,
that's
no,
called
no,
a
after you.
Canadian standard.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, but it was like the weather.
Yeah.
Golf every day.
It's you and this fucking golf, man.
This is the shittiest. This is their shitty winter right now. What you went through today?
I'd rather have snow than this.
Yeah.
I hate fucking rainy days.
Rain. I
I like
cannot
rain.
stand driving
I
in
like-
the rain. You know why? Because people
Can't see.
I don't think they respect what the rain can do to the roads.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just some of the oil
And,
pockets or
yep.
certain things. But with winter driving, there are people out there that they know that we've got to drive a little
Sure.
safer.
Totally.
Right.
And I find people like some people that drive in the rain, they just have zero regard, and it's a shit show.
I mean, listen, it's hard enough for you to see over the steering wheel, let alone to
Here
see
we
the
go.
rain.
Here we
Have
go.
you seen that picture where it's like through the eyes of a trucker's mirrors?
Oh yeah,
When there's no lights, and if it's like a champagne colored Civic, like from the 90s,
yeah,
you can't see that car.
yeah.
And you see that as you drive by. A lot of the older vehicles don't have their lights on, and it's like,
Well,
why
that's
do
the
you
thing
not
too,
have lights
because of
on?
the lamps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, now you have automatic and
I
things
think
are.
they're called headlights.
Well, they
man.
call it an actual. It's called a lamp, but
You
anyway.
old bastard. It's a 70s
Torch.
term.
The
The
torch.
torch. Light the torches. We're driving. It's raining. Hey, what was the first invention of a car like? Is that wild? That blow your mind? Horse and buggies. What happened to the horses?
Well, it was.
What happened to the horses when the
crank,
car came?
The crank could get to you sometimes because if it kicked back, it'd take you out at the fucking shins, or in my case,
In the stomach. Hit you right in the stomach.
I'm just putting them on tees for him. I just want to make them
I
feel
know, I
good,
know.
you know.
Are you
So it's
glad
like,
that you're
yeah.
back?
Listen. I don't need you to
firing
set me
squad.
up, baby. I'm good to go.
Do you have any plans for Christmas?
It'll probably be low key.
Yeah.
Like,
Just the
yeah,
three of
Without
yeah.
giving anything away. but-
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It'll.
Yeah.
I'm having a fucking rager, boys. Let's have every 30, 40, 50 people in my house. No, man. Small.
Yeah.
No, small. It's just me. It's five of us.
You're not going to like Ottawa or Kingston.
No, negatory for me.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
staying home by.
But
But my Christmases are small anyway.
Yeah.
yeah, what? And it's funny because
We're a
it's-
small family.
And yourself?
me, no, I'm just gonna keep it low key. Like I said, it's we don't know what's gonna happen next.
But you're gonna go see your mom and that.
Maybe.
Yes. Okay. But yeah, there's
Just joking.
no like I said, there's just different circumstances with holidays and like that
Yeah.
too. And weather, we don't know. There could be a lockdown.
Listen, nobody.
We're
Do
different
you, do you
zones,
think
right?
from a movie production standpoint, do you think that they're going to try to cram everything in, so you may even be working over the holidays instead of a
we
shutdown?
already have a schedule.
Oh, you do?
So we're
Yeah.
shutting down for like 3 weeks or something like that.
18th to the 15th, I think, for us.
I actually
Okay,
start,
so
I start earlier, but yeah, I start on the 7th or something.
No, okay.
But no, I mean like no one can go anywhere, so it's not like anybody's traveling.
And
if anybody goes home, it's 2 weeks.
That's what I was gonna say.
2 weeks quarantine.
That's what I was gonna say. So from that are the majority of the people that you can't talk about that are gonna actually just stay here because you're gonna be losing 28 days regardless.
I know.
Right.
And I think that's the gamble right now too. I think the producers were working on that, saying is it cheaper to bring the family over here?
Which I think some of them are doing. I think some of them are bringing their families up here.
It makes sense. But again, if it's out of our hands, these numbers keep going up. Like they're projecting like 60,000 by the end of the year.
Yeah, I know.
A day?
At 60,000 a day?
Yeah.
That's not gonna.
But no, that's Canada wide. That's entire.
Like
no.
But
it's impossible. And then everybody here would have it. Fucking.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. At any given moment, it could be no zones. You can't go from you can go within your neighborhood, but you can't go to the next town over.
See, the thing about for you guys like working in Toronto in this industry in Toronto, and I'll be honest, I love the city. For major movie stars or whomever they may be to bring their family to Toronto. It's not like they're bringing it to,
the thing is,
you're in Regina. No disrespect to Regina, but you know what I mean. But like,
you're not going.
No, but you know what I mean. Like it's somewhere where at least they could.
I know, but the problem is
enjoy.
right now, you bring your family here. What can you do?
Yeah.
What's the
so
draw?
You might as well go to fucking Saskatchewan.
Yeah,
at that point.
But what is the draw in the city? Like I even noticed, like even like 2 years ago, looking at it, if I came in as a tourist, never seen the city. What am I actually looking forward to coming into this city? And now it's even worse because there's no sporting
Grunts and Grumbles.
Well, listen, there's obviously, you have the CN Tower, which is a pretty amazing thing to see.
Of course.
Oh, there's a lot of Americans call it the CNN Tower.
Yeah,
is it the CNN Tower?
Yeah, I got asked that a couple times.
Wow.
Do you know where
the CNN turn around?
Look
and
up.
Look
up.
Yeah. Do you see that giant thing way up there in the sky?
Giant penis?
That's how we know which direction we're going. And we just, where's the CN Tower? Like, me too. Like, whenever I'm like, where, which direction are we in right now? I just kind of look.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, there we go. That's south.
I've had a conversation with someone that'll remain nameless but happens to live with me.
Okay.
And it has to do with driving and zero sense of direction.
Fair.
If it's in your rear view mirror, you're going north.
You're going north.
And if it's in your windshield, you're going south.
Yeah.
End of story.
End of story.
That
seems
odd
legit
numbers
to me.
on one side, even numbers on the other.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Works for me, man.
Fucking figure it out from there. Fuck. And if you go too far, you're gonna hit water.
I love that driving in the city. I will never get lost.
Me either. Like you could
because you can go down a million different wrong streets.
The grid.
Yeah.
But you can always find your way back.
Yeah,
that's why I feel that's great about Toronto.
Gardner, 401 are the parallel east-west.
Sure.
I have a friend that would refuse to look for directions.
Right.
Okay. And she would just continuously make rights until
she got somewhere.
No,
man, it's just
wouldn't phone her husband. When there's just like fucking, I'm not phoning anybody. Make a right. Now, whether they now use GPS or whatever. But prior to that, it would be right.
Jesus Christ. Wow. You know what? Do you know how to use a map, like the Pearlies?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No one does.
Maps.
I love that, man. I love the whole. You look up the street.
It's
the this and the 7,
E3,
and you just found it. And I miss those days. Now,
and it was.
Now I use my phone even though I know where I'm going, just because I want to know the traffic. I want to know how long it's going to take me.
Yeah.
It's like I know every day I take the same route home.
Does your Mini have a navigation?
It does, but I don't use it. It doesn't show traffic.
I loved because we used to, I used to go to a lot of sporting events all over North America, and it was cool with the passenger with the map. Right. And we're going to Boston, and you're following major arteries to begin with.
I remember printing out fucking MapQuest. You remember you go on the internet and you go MapQuest and you printed out your directions. And so it gave you the map and then it gave you all the turn by turn list. And you're like, well, where the fuck is I-95? It doesn't say in 600 in 3 kilometers it's I-95. I don't know what fucking 3 kilometers is from here.
I remember we were going to Yankees and Jays.
Tell me 5 minutes down the road, turn right. That I can tell you. We're driving for about 5 minutes.
Here's the funny story. So we're a couple of guys. We're going to New York.
Yeah.
And bear right. What the fuck does bear mean? We missed the exit. I'm in the back seat. I don't want to say anything, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, okay, fuck, you don't know what bear means?
Bear left. I guess we go home.
Yeah, was that a Canadian term? No, it's funny, man. Like I just remember doing printouts, and now it's like you just put that little thing on there and you just drive your.
Now there's the Waze, which is like the Israeli military designed it.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, it tells you everything. It tells you when there's
when the cops are
camera.
coming.
Hold on, that's funny.
Tells you when the cops are
There was
around and everything.
hold on. There was a friend of mine, and he's like, he's using Waze,
Right.
and he's like, oh yeah, they tell me whenever the cops are around, so I know when to slow down. I'm like, someone has to report the cops there.
Yeah, but they do. But everyone
No,
does.
I know. But he's like, oh, there's no cops. There's nothing. I'm like, dude, one can just show up.
That's
He's like, it only works if someone reports. He's like, what? I'm like, do you think the police are in on this fucking navigation thing? Just saying, hey, we have a cop here. Then everybody in the world would be using Waze. No speeding tickets would go down. Everything would be down.
Insurance would go down. Everything.
Everything would go fuck insurance. That's a whole other fucking thing. Holy shit.
Oh my god! You know the level, and because where our lockup and studio is, we're up in the big trucking zone. The amount of
Accidents?
heavy, like wheelers, 18-wheelers, double axle, triple axle,
Sure.
running solid reds.
Oh yeah. It's
Just
nuts.
like
Buddy.
It's nuts,
and
man.
you see the people, and they're looking down, and at the intersection,
Yeah.
look up. Oh, it's a walk, and they have their headphones
Yeah.
on.
Sure.
Like, I'm
I get mortified sometimes I see people.
I can't. Like, I don't want to see
zero
it, but I know
disregard.
it's coming. It's coming. Like,
Listen, you can be on your phone. You're walking on the sidewalk. Sure. When you're crossing the street, fucking pay attention.
please pay attention.
You know how many times I'm stopped at a red.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm watching people and I'm going, are you closing like a major deal? Like, what is it at this point?
Yeah.
When there's fucking.
Doing your Bible verses.
Yeah.
Right?
What are you doing?
What
on
are
your
you
phone
doing
that's so
at this
important
point? Like, are you
that when
trying to
cross
buy
the
a
street-
stock at like this particular moment or close a deal that could cost you your life?
Yeah.
Because
It will.
And I've become more aware, and I know how many, like, just being in the real estate industry, and it's not a 9-to-5 job, so I have people. You're on your phone, and
Sure.
But there are times, and this is what it is. If we're going for lunch, phone is down.
Oh, I turn my phone. I turn my phone upside down. Whenever I'm having dinner.
And I've been with clients,
Yeah.
and I said, just to let you know, and not to be rude, at 8:00 I call my daughter, say goodnight or whatever, like and I pick up my phone, say goodnight, like things where I say, you know what, I do have a call to make at 2:00, whatever it is, but I'm sitting with some friends and
Oh, ding, 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 ding.
sorry, am I boring you?
Yeah.
You're the one that wanted to go for lunch.
Listen.
By the way, I'm paying too,
I
so
know.
fucking pay
I feel
attention.
like our whole attention span has gone from like,
Oh, yeah.
it's gone. Mine is gone. I'm watching like the most interesting show, and I'll be watching, I'm sitting there watching, and I'll just pull up my phone. Here I am. I'm like, it's really interesting to me, but I'm still listening. And then I look up every now and then. I'm like, what am I doing?
You know
why-
what?
why'd you do
See,
that,
because for me, when I do that, because I'm so into movies,
Yeah.
Right.
it's like, fuck, I know that guy.
Oh,
And he's like a
shit,
character
IMDb,
actor, and it's like,
yeah.
and then I got it's.
I'll do that
Your
too.
reference
You look
material.
at my IMDb search;
Yeah.
it's in the thousands, and even like, what
Hey,
are you doing?
I'm on IMDb. You know?
I know that.
Yeah.
So am I.
Yeah, I checked you guys out.
I haven't updated mine in forever though. So
I've never updated.
some
it.
some
Someone
shows
just put it
update it
in.
for us. Other ones you have to do it for yourself.
Yeah,
So I haven't done it in a while because I don't really care.
yeah. Some of them you do. I know your dad's on there.
Yeah, my brother's on
Rob's
there.
on there.
Yeah. We're all on there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
You're on there too, shouldn't you? You did extra work. Shouldn't that be on there?
I don't know. I've never.
You never searched yourself?
I have, but
He's not on there then. Clearly the guy who got yelled at from the streetcar is not. Shit.
It's
All right, listen.
unbelievable that. Again, going to that, and I don't know. I was going to send you this again and post it again because we iterated it really early in the episode. So I think before you went to YouTube about putting your feet on the dash.
oh yeah.
And more people are sending me more information, like pictures of X-rays and the shattered pelvis.
Oh, yeah,
and how
yeah. Oh,
the
yeah.
femur goes right through.
Yeah, Tom really hates that. He really hates the feet on the desk.
And I'm just like,
I found
from
myself
that-
guilty of it recently, actually.
but from that to like running reds and other stuff,
Yeah.
like we have such a short lifespan on this planet. Like you said, like you from what you see and what you are from, where Isabel was and the sick kids and the families. And then you see someone, like you said, they're on the phone. They're not spending time to talk to you.
Yeah.
I mean, your phone blew up last week while we were recording 33.
I don't remember.
right? But it's not
that
like
was
we're
me.
like,
That was me texting you,
could-
asshole. You just
No, you didn't know.
you mentioned my name
Yeah,
15
but listen,
times
you
in
know
that
what?
show.
You know what I do is I keep my phone on silent, so I don't.
but could you imagine
you know.
if that was just such the normal that all of a sudden we stopped talking to check our
Okay, but
shit.
in
We're
retrospect,
sorry,
a lot
we're
of times
recording.
when I do that, so I have a lot of work stuff that comes my way sometimes.
You know
I
what?
have
There,
to check.
No, I
there,
get that
there,
too,
you
there
know?
are people that I know, and
Right.
and I clearly understand certain things.
Right.
But like I said, if we're gonna schedule time together, let's have some time together. But you could say, oh, by the way, you know what? Robbie's car's in the shop.
Yeah,
He's gonna
sure.
call me. You know, blah
Right,
blah blah.
right.
Listen,
say
if Rob
yourself-
called me and we're having lunch, I'd ignore it.
well, he called me the other day, and I ignored him a couple. Oh
I know,
yeah,
I think you ignore my calls too a bunch of times.
No, that was by mistake. But anyway, but no, I remember.
I ignore Tom's all the time.
I remember going to a place up the Tabanaki, the Japanese
Yeah,
Tabanaki,
yeah.
and I was
I've
there.
never been there. I've
I
never
think,
been
I
there.
think
So
you
much
I think
fun.
you know Lucy. We were looking at some
Yeah,
condos.
Lucy, I know
yeah,
Lucy. Yeah, of course I know Lucy.
So she said, "Oh, we were looking for condos up in Woodbridge. Let's go to this place." Blah blah blah. We're sitting there.
Hibachi. Is
Yeah,
that what it's
and
called?
it's up by Vaughan Mills.
Okay.
And so we're sitting side by side, so like
Right.
we can.
So
like,
what
have
is
a
it? There's like
The
a
guy's
Yeah.
making the food.
and the guy's in the
front of you,
middle.
hot
Right?
plate.
That's
It's
right.
not in the middle, but it's like it's a table like
The
this.
Japanese
and this
stir
guy's
fry,
on
yeah.
this side, and you have
That's right.
people eating, people eating.
and then and they're flipping shrimp and
Yeah,
doing all
nice.
that stuff. But I
It's like those
remember
are the ones that they like flip the shrimp in your mouth. You have to catch it.
Yeah, and or they
Squirting
yeah.
sake in your mouth and stuff.
But I remember this family coming in, and I'm looking right at them, and
Yeah.
we actually sat specifically, so at least we could make eye contact.
Yeah, so it's like you and you like
and
this.
talk
Right, totally.
and whatever, and enjoy the show as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, of course.
And looked across, and I'm like, look at this. 5 people come in,
Yeah.
all 5 on their phone, and like 2 of the kids pull out a tablet the size of an actual
this box,
tablet,
yeah,
you know, like the 10 Command tablet, you know, they pull it like so they don't
Listen,
even.
and he would know.
Yeah, and they're not even paying attention to
Right.
what the guys are doing what they're doing.
Listen, there's-
artisan.
And I was thinking,
but I mean, you're also having a conversation while it's happening, but at least you're not like on your phone.
but it's like
And,
a
like, if
family.
you're on
Like
your
you're
phone,
going,
like-
like you're making an effort to go to something that's somewhat entertaining.
Listen, families are not the same like they used to be.
Yeah.
Everything is like, oh, the kids are bored. Give them the tablet.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
Oh,
gonna- they're
I've
gonna
done
act up.
I've
They're
done
gonna
it with
act up.
Isabella because I've been working from home the majority of the time over the past. So I'm in my office in the basement. I go upstairs. Now she's doing the online school. I go upstairs. Where is she? In the living room doing a fucking TikTok.
Sure.
And the
She
best
wants
part
nothing-
is,
listen, she wants
the
nothing
best
to do
part
with you
is,
right now
are you on your phone? No. Then I get an update on Instagram.
that she's done her thing.
She's done a TikTok. Like,
Well, she could have
if
done
you're
it.
gonna lie.
Listen, for the record, she could have done it before and
Don't
edited
defend
it.
her.
I'm
Don't defend her.
Isabel, I'm fucking.
You know, she's very creative though. She has a director's spirit. Like at her
Actually,
age, the editing and stuff she does, they're really well done.
I actually told her the other day, and because she knows my love for film,
Right.
and I said, Isabella, I really hope, because she was doing an edit. I don't even know what the hell she was doing. It's some type of program.
Okay.
Her fingers were moving so fast
editing.
because I got her a buddy of mine. I got a used iPhone 6 or
Something,
whatever
yeah.
the hell, and this editing program. I was in awe because when I took radio and television,
Yeah,
and
of
I was
course.
actually very good at editing. But we're talking splicing tape,
Yeah,
not
cutting the
yeah,
thing.
like actual
yeah.
cutting.
Yeah.
And that was my dream of being an editor.
So much fun.
And I remember watching movies and forget who the actor was or whatever. I was like, who was the editor? You know,
Yeah,
who was
yeah,
the-
right, yeah.
So
Nerd.
it pops out. It pops out to me with Isabella thinking, you know what? I know
She's
that
the
this
editor.
is something.
Yeah.
It's okay. Maybe it's a phase or whatever, but she's very good. And I think there's a lot of kids out there that don't realize their potential because they think they're just doing a TikTok
Well, they're
or
also
whatever.
just it's fun and they're young and they don't really care about like
But-
when you were her age, were you like, oh, one day I want to be a
No, I wanted to be a
fireman?
major league pitcher, but I was gonna say shortstop, which was
Too easy.
Come on, man.
that was good, buddy.
I'm sure there's got to
I
be
had
a velocity
glove.
thing. Anyway,
but
is there a height to mound? I don't know.
but that's the thing. Your mastery starts off when you're actually young.
Yeah.
And and you as a parent, you want to keep her open to obviously
Yeah.
go wherever you want.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could show her like when I was 17, I was in high school like with 2 VCRs.
Yeah.
And editing,
Yeah.
right? Like just so bare bone, but we were making our own films.
Yeah.
And like, look at me now. Now I've got a credit on Shazam. I've done Mortal Instruments, like and then
not editing, just moving.
Well,
shit
no,
around.
but editing. I edited this show and stuff. But it's funny because even like I was talking to someone today, and I feel like the status in our business is like so right now. Like, oh well, this person's on our crew because they were a first AD. I'm like, so what? You realize that I was a TD, a technical director for 5 years on live television. I can outwork any of the ADs working on any show right now, but I can't brag about it because it's not on someone else's paperwork. You know what I mean? I've been an editor. I've done all these things. I've been a cameraman, right? These things are something that you either learn to have as a profession, swallow it if you don't, or go the creative route and do it your own way. And I mean, this is what you see. I'm not moving furniture right now. But this is where it got me to do where I want to be. This is the love of what I'm doing now.
You mentioned cameraman, and there used to be this cameraman for City TV.
Right.
And I was downtown, and I knew some people that worked at City TV because they would come and speak at Seneca College, so on and so forth, or whatever. And I remember seeing this guy, and I'm like, I know you. And they go, and back when they would hold the camera, and he goes,
"Oh yeah,
now do I look?"
Oh, you can't run it. I'm this guy.
I did a football game for Rogers in Brantford. It was the summer, and I was the on-field play-by-play. So I was getting the bench reactions, then coming on, and then the coaches' reactions. We started off at like 6 a.m. to drive from Kitchener to Brantford in the mobile. I'm holding the shoulder mount the whole game, not realizing that my skin was like redder than you'd ever.
Because you were like, half of your face was red because the camera was on the other side.
I was so sunburnt, but it just didn't even faze me because I was so worried about getting the next shot, being like not on the field, but enough so I could get a reaction or a different angle. I've done all of it. Yeah. I did. They did the Guelph Ontario Summer Games in Guelph in 1998, and I was the mobile camera. I was up on top of the roof of the mobile, and it was not Great Big Sea. It was the other ones. You have to excuse me, I'm not at my best. I've been drunk for a week. I've been gone.
I don't know. Oh, those two are
that band.
Oh my God, Semisonic?
No,
nope.
You have to excuse me. I'm not at my best.
Yeah, you're like, what? You think he was fucking rhyming for you? You just fucking singing the lyrics, man.
I'm trying to think.
Prairie something west.
Oh man,
whatever. Regardless, it'll hit me after. They were the closing band or the opening band for the ceremony, so we did the whole torch thing too. And the director inside the mobile's freaking out. We need to get this shot. It's one and done. Everyone, I don't care. And like you could hear the headsets. It was all fuzzy because they were all in the field and the crowd's like going crazy. Spirit of the West.
Yeah, I was just saying.
And so all of a sudden, I'm like, from where I am, I'm the furthest from the stage. And I'm like, I can just see this torch. And I zoom out just enough that I get this whole square that you just see him from my camera. Just from this corner to the top corner. One shot. The whole thing hit the torch and bang. The director's like, somebody fucking got it. Oh my God. Like, just so happy because it was this like, he was trying to figure out where to put the camera. He didn't know where the setup was going to be. And I was just like, there it is. And like I said, those accomplishments, it sucks because when you're behind the scenes, you can't really brag about it because if no one really sees it, you take it for granted. But I've been that guy. And I love that. That's why I love the live aspect of things. That I find like our industry gets really pretentious after.
We don't do live,
I'm the key. Like who gives a fuck if you're the key?
My bank does. Listen, it doesn't matter because at the end of the day everybody's replaceable, and I tell that to everybody. Whether you're the boss or you're the fucking or you're the bottom of the bear at the bottom, you're replaceable. Actors are replaceable. Producers are replaceable.
Well, weren't you talking about it recently where you were on a show and the director was fired halfway through the
episode? Yeah. Fuck yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He was a fucking righteous prick, that guy.
Yeah. It was a couple episodes.
He didn't even make an episode. It was one episode he was doing. And he got fucking... Get out of here. At the end of the day, I saw him on the phone pacing around. I'm like, oh, that's weird. Normally he leaves right away. Yeah. Next day, they're like,
he's begging for his life.
He got fired.
Yeah.
He was a fucking dick.
What made it hard for you to be that? Was it something that he did personally to you?
No, he wasn't a dick to me. He was a dick to everybody else. Because if he was a dick to me, I'd just be like, nah, dude. Nah, you're not doing this to me.
Right.
One time he's like, oh, da-da-da. I'm like, yo, no. No, sir. This is not how it goes. I was ready. You said this. You changed your mind. Don't expect me to have everything when you change your mind 1 minute before you want to shoot it.
Yeah.
Do you know when you mentioned a while back about the food? Was it the episode we were on? We were talking about food.
I don't know.
Or the one I was sorry, the one I was on. You guys are on every week, but
I'm
no.
on every week.
I'm more cognizant now. Watching episodes when they're eating.
You're right. All the effort that you have to put into it.
It just
on this show I'm currently working on. They said we're not going to do food because COVID and all these things. I'm like, sweet, I don't have to do food. Amazing. Next thing you know, I feel like every other fucking day I was doing food. I'm like, how did this happen?
God.
Yeah.
And there was like scenes where they were like throwing the food across the fucking room and like you're eating it halfway, and then one setup he smashes something, one he doesn't. One she sips this, one she doesn't. I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Wow.
Me and continuity were like, all right, where are we?
Yeah, because you can't even have your assistant on this set.
No, I can't now.
Yeah. You have an assistant now?
They changed that now?
I have 3 assistants, my dude.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
When did you move up the ladder? Like, did I miss that memo?
He made some demands. Something came across the desk and he made some demands.
No, this is before that. No, I got on a big show and they offered me this position. I took it. I left. I was going to go to do Handmaid's Tale, and they offered me on this show the higher position. My old boss is like, you'd be an idiot not to take it. He's like, you're ready? Get the hell out of here.
Yeah. Did you tell him you're an idiot anyway?
Oh, yeah, he knew. Listen, you don't have to tell people what they know already. All right, this is Scott's last episode. I know I say that every episode. We keep fucking bringing him back.
Yeah, we hear him back. But we are, So Saturday, are we doing the blood drive?
This Saturday?
No, we'll
talk about it. We'll figure it out. We got to figure it out with Rob.
Again, more people that want to jump
in.
in.
We'll put something out there and we'll see. I mean, do you have to make an appointment now with COVID? Or can you just show up?
I'm gonna find out.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll do something where we can hey, who wants to come with us?
Yeah.
We'll set something up. Yep. And hopefully we can have. Do you need to know by the Wednesday of that week for the Saturday? Does that seem reasonable?
I'm gonna find
okay.
Everything
When you find out this weekend, let us know. We'll do a video.
Because I know for a fact that they're actually struggling for donations. So I'm sure.
I'll talk to some people.
Yeah,
and
because the Young and Bluer the Young and Bluer
blood clinic
is quite large. So it'd be able to hold 20 people or whatever now.
But if you have to make like a reservation, not a reservation, but an appointment rather.
Yeah, find out with us, and then let's.
And that's why I'm going to see if maybe I can coordinate something with the leukemia. Maybe they can kind of handle the logistics, and we're trying to
a bunch of us or something.
Yeah,
and then immediately after, we'll just smoke a joint because we can. Let's.
I don't smoke, but
all right, whatever. We'll eat it.
We'll get a cigar
figure
or
it
something.
out. We'll do something.
We'll figure it.
All right, listen. Let's wrap this up because it's late and I'm
Thanks,
going to go to work
guys.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Let's do a quick little recap. Again, Scott, thank you so much for showing up here again.
Thank
I
you
don't
for
know why
your
I'm
stories.
thanking you. It was fucking awful for me. I'm just joking. I love you, Scotty. We talked about a very important thing, the gift of life of blood, and we're going to do some donating. We're going to try to get people to come with us and donate with us, which would be really good. Rob's 100% in. I think Kelly said is in, so that's good. And so that's 4 of us.
Maybe give away some swag as a prize.
Oh, yeah. We got new swag, so maybe we'll do a little something. Come give some blood, and we'll
give away a shirt.
Anyway, we're going to be talking about the swag after. I don't want to talk too much about it because this is not a show about merchandise. This is a show about us. Yes. We talked about the real estate world. We talked about Scott being really small and Christmas, and he can't hang the tree taller than him.
Just always, right?
Anyway, we talk a bunch of fun stuff. Scott, again, thanks so much.
Hurricanes,
appreciate
too.
We had some hurricanes, very festive.
Yes.
Fucking giant glasses. So you can find Scott on his Instagram.
SJ Leone.
Yeah.
07.
07 because there was 7 other ones in front of him.
6.
Whatever. Someone must have been.
You're getting punchy, buddy.
Someone. No, there's 0 and there's 1, 2, 3.
Sergio Leone. That's why. Sergio.
You can find us on our social media pages at Grunts and Grumbles Official is our Instagram and our Facebook. Grunts and Grumbles Podcast is our YouTube channel. GruntsNGrumbles.com is our website. I'm at Zomvini.
I'm at TG Will, man.
Thanks so much, everybody. Thanks again, Scott. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Love you guys.
For more
fucking
weeks.
sweet ass toque, sweet guys.